Welcome to another episode of I'm Dying to Tell You. I was thinking of changing the title to I'm Dying to Teach You, but it could be either. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you today was an exercise that I often do with audiences about people trying to find out who they really are, getting in touch with that person inside them that maybe hasn't ever come out. And here's the exercise, and it's going to be a short episode. I want you to imagine that you draw a circle, and in that circle is your entire personality. And in that circle are the parts of your personality that are trying to prove, show, hide, or please. Prove, show, hide, or please. Now, I'd like you to take all of those out. Remove prove, show, hide, or please. And feel that and tell me what's left. When I've done that with a bunch of audiences, many of them will look at me and say, there's nothing left. I'm either proving, showing, hiding, or pleasing. Proving, showing, hiding, or pleasing. Well, if that's all you are leased out to the world. It's all about other people's opinions of you. And if you can do this exercise, and I'd suggest you do it when you're going for a nice long walk, preferably on a beach, on a mountain path, a forest, and you imagine eliminating those parts, what may happen is that you'll discover a calling that's been calling out to you for decades, but you never heard it because it got a busy signal, because every time that calling reached out to you, it ran into prove, show, hide, or please. It's interesting. I've done that exercise with many audiences. I'm not sure I've done it with myself. And I think you know where this is heading. So recently, in the face of this illness that I'm facing, I've eliminated prove, show, hide, or please. And the calling are these podcasts. The calling is, it's as if the universe is saying to me, Mark, you've listened to a lot of people. You've learned a lot. And you've focused on other people's futures totally. And you haven't focused on your own. In fact, recently I had this crazy idea about why am I so calm and serene when, I'm not going to be here forever. And what I discovered is I've never seen myself in my future. Just haven't. That said, I've had projects and, thought, how will this turn out? But my whole focus, my whole lifetime is to see other people in their future and sometimes see a future for them that they couldn't see, and then do everything I could to help them see that future and reach it. Some of you may know that, one of the things that I did for many years is I was a suicide prevention focused psychiatrist. And when I was with my patients, there were mainly two things I focused on. Some way to lessen the hurt they were feeling that wouldn't go away unless they ended their life. There are some pains that are so awful that suicide is actually reasonable because the pain won't go away. And so one of my focuses was how to make that pain go away. And something I would do is I would join people in the dark night of the soul before I threw treatments at them. And when they felt that I was there next to them, they would look at me like, what are you doing here? And I would say, you didn't look like you should be alone. And when I didn't rush anything on them, and I just tried to feel what they were feeling, they started to cry. And they started to cry because they felt relief. And I think it was a combination of maybe feeling less alone, but just maybe a sense of appreciation. And so that would take away a fair amount of their pain. The other thing I would focus on is I knew that inside them was hope. Now, they didn't feel hope because hope means a future. And most suicidal people feel hopeless. They don't feel they have a future. If they knew they had a future, then there'd be something to live for, but they couldn't see it because all they felt was hopeless. So I knew that inside them there was hope. And it was just a matter of helping them to see it and feel it. And we were able to do that by having a very real conversation with them while they were in the midst of their pain, not judging it, not rushing it, not throwing treatments at them just to be able to check off boxes. And that seemed to help. So I did the prove, show, hide, please exercise with me. And the universe basically said, Mark, keep sharing these things. And I'm not bothered by really not having a future, because I will tell you this, when you live focused on other people's futures and you find out what really matters to them, and you drill down to make sure you're able to have them tell you what really matters to them, and then you do everything in your power to make that happen. I may not have a future, but I have a purpose. And for me, that's all that's been necessary to have a life worth living. So until next time, I hope this was helpful. It was a little bit more meandering than the other ones, but hopefully you'll find a pony in there somewhere. So until next time, take care.